So today I thought it'd be interesting to have a look at the TCG Pocket cards that are coming out hopefully on the 31st of October. If you're obviously in New Zealand, you should have the game already. And I'm just interested to see how it goes, because realistically this could be a set that does feature in an actual physical one. Whether they actually do that or not, we're going to run through. We've got the basic cards on this one, and then there's two other sets with the special arts and then also the alternative arts as well. So we're going to run through some of these, go through our kind of best ones, really just have a look at these more so than anything. Is we could sit here and debate all of these all the time, but let's have a look at a few of these then. So if we go across the board, we need to refresh this so it isn't pinned. So obviously we've got the standards. We've got Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur. We got a nice EX card going on. Caterpie into Butterfree. Some of the favorite cards. You've got a few nice designs going on. I can imagine on the actual phone it will look really cool. I've only seen a little bit of it. I've not necessarily gone too crazy in it until I can actually get my hands on it. So we will have a look at that as it does become available. I'm more interested, as they've done nowadays, in the kind of alternative EX cards. Some of the designs you can always appreciate. Obviously Charizard, Charmander, Charmeleon, always going to be a fan favorite. If we go further down, you've obviously got a lovely Arcanine design going on down there with the EX as well. I'm kind of hoping they do have that kind of 3D image as well. Seeing as though they can do it on phone, it will be interesting to see. Moltres as well, and also dynamic cards. That's the one thing that I want to see, is kind of almost slightly animated. Doesn't have to be too crazy, but I think that is something they will eventually go into. We've got Blastoise, obviously looking at all the favorites here. We're going bug standard with like a lot of 151 mixed in with a few gens, so I can imagine that's going to be the first few sets. We got Starmie EX, we're looking at Seal, like in a nice Cloyster, Kingler looking pretty sick. Shame they don't have Kingdra. I think that would have been a nice finish to that line there. We then move down, Articuno. So it is very much based around the 151. And I think this is the Genetics Apex, I want to say, is the first set that they've got going on. Like I say, I've not really gone too much into it. You got the standard Pikachu, rate that massively. Nice Raichu card into the EX, of course. Looking into the Zapdos, obviously. Nice Jolteon. Then if we're going further down, love the Kadabra original, very nice. Okay, I like that they've kind of mixed it as well. It's not just either all base set. We've got the base set, Slowpoke, and also Slowbro. Decent. Gengar's obviously in there. Got a bit of Hypno. Don't think I've missed any other. Have I missed any other of the base set ones? I don't think so. Normally you'd kind of see it, like Shelder. I missed Shelder, of course, and I think maybe Dugong. Let me know down below. Dugong looks very base set worthy. If we go further in, then we're having a look. Got Guadavir, Mewtwo, obviously with a lovely EX. Sandshrew, Diglett. We've got the Primeape in the base as well. So it seems like they've kind of picked a few across that have got the same. Who's going to be the other one? Then they've got two, and Hitmonchan is going to be one. I want to say that one is a slightly later set, but I'm pretty sure that's been a card before. I could be wrong here. Obviously, Ekans, Nidoran, got Nidorino into... I'd love a Nidoking and Nidoqueen EX if they're going to go for it. I don't think they've gone any dark in there that's normal base. I'm talking vintage only, really, there. Then we've gone into the Dratini, Dragonite, Pidgey. Whoa, nice design there. Do like that. Into then Jigglypuff. We've got the Meowth as the base set. Want to say the Farfetch might be as well. That could have been very similar. Kangaskhan. Could that be Jungle? I feel like that's definitely one from some sort of set. Snorlax, Aerodactyl, and then we go into some of the trainers. But then we have got a lot of these different cards. So this is going to be a lot of the special set. We're getting kind of like the nice borders, the EXs. These are kind of just a one step up. And then we have got the alternative zone, which in fact, they do have both. So we're going to swap. So we have got all of the special arts. We've got a lot going on. So obviously they've enhanced the Slowpoke one. Really like that. You've got a nice Gloom. Pinsir looks incredible. Same as a Charmander. Like, imagine, and they could do this with a lot of sets. Like, you draw a picture, it can be a card. And I think they're definitely... Be silly not to kind of put these together in some way. I don't know fully. So I'm not fully... I'm not aware of how you buy the packs? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you win them? Do you have to open like one a day, or do you actually just have to pay for them all? I'm interested in that side, and I don't really want to look just yet because I kind of want it to be free. I can expect there to be a paid element, but I really hope it is free to start with and you kind of get into it first before just rinsing the pockets, because like I'd pay money to see that Gengar card. So let's have a look through and see where we'd kind of put everything. Bulbasaur, standard, I like it. I think nostalgic aside, it's decent, but it's not a wow. Same with Gloom. I think it looks quite a nice card. I think Pinsir would be up there for me. It's a really nice design. And I must admit, I am a fan of that Charmander, especially if we're thinking on the phone, like full blown up image, it's crystal clear. That could be outstanding for a card. We'll pin the image as well. We've got Rapidash, very standard, not really feeling that one. Squirtle, decent. I like the design. I'm going to go with an A. The Gyarados, that's a beautiful card. That with a hollow design on it could be a work of art. We're going to go S in that one. Lapras, I like it. Very standard for a Lapras. I do think that's decent. I'm a big fan. Electro, looking sick, looking very nice. Alakazam, I feel like there's a lot going on. Sometimes some people can like that. For me, it's not necessarily a go-to. It could look better on the phone as well. Slowpoke, very similar. Like, it's nostalgic hitting. I like that they've kind of enhanced the image, kind of made it a bit further, but it's not my favorite, I must admit. We then obviously have got Diglett. I feel like it could be better. Cubone, decent. I quite like that one, to be fair. Love this one. That is phenomenal artwork. I think Nidoking would be kind of towards... I'd probably go A for that, to be fair. Golbat, standard. Nothing too crazy going on there, in my opinion. Same as Weezing. Very standard. Dragonite always gets a nice hope for it because obviously it's a Dragonite. Everybody loves a Dragonite, but I think it could be better. It definitely could be. Pidgeot, standard, I'd say. Meowth, do like the design, not going to lie. Ditto still feels very samey. I think we've seen that sort of design quite a lot. Eevee, Pokeballs there. Nothing too crazy on the Eevee. Same with the Porygon. That is a nostalgic hit for Snorlax. I will go bog standard for the design. I like that they've put him in the place that everybody Googled how to get, or it wouldn't even have been in Google back then. It'd have been looking through the manual on how to find that Pokeflute. That would have been the one. Then we've kind of got a few of the EXs before we go into the real special arts. A lot of these, they're just standard in my opinion. I don't think there's anything crazy with them. So the design element is not really there. So we are just going to go put them all in that D category as kind of just a standard. There's no actual design to it. It's just the Pokemon with a bit of flash. So unless like that Pokemon like Gengar, I'd absolutely buy. I'm a big fan of Gengar, if you didn't realize. Then we have a few of the trainers, very similar, but I think with them at least it's something different. You don't always get a card or a special art of a Misty, of Blaine, of obviously Giovanni. There's only so many, well, there's only like 1 or 2 per set at a minimum, and even then, like, I don't think we've really seen a Brock in the modern era, obviously. So again, with them, you could argue that they'd have some element, but they're not quite the special arts of the trainers. But again, I'll still absolutely collect them. Then we have got some of the nice art. Like, these are the ones that everybody wants. And I think the gold cards are very similar. Obviously, they're going to be up there, but I would put them with their counterparts, as there's no extra design on them other than they are just the gold rarity. But this is where it's at. Now, obviously, the Gengar's got to be in that number 1 spot. I think Charizard would be there as well. I think it's quite a nice design. The Free Birds, if I was to pick a fan favorite, I think it's got to be between Moltres and Zapdos. Articuno's nice. It's elegant. It's calmness, whereas the other two are just crackers. I would personally go... I'd probably go all 3 into an A, to be honest. I don't think I'd go too much more. Machamp, again, like Alakazam, it's a lot going on. Maybe in like a 3D version it'd look pretty sick, but there's not necessarily a crazy amount going on. I would say same for Wigglytuff, in my opinion. Pikachu, Probably the same, to be honest. Mewtwo's a little bit better. I think the design itself is good, but there's not. We've seen better, and then same for Mew. I reckon it'd be roughly around about the same. So that will be my full list of the genetic Apex. I want to say it's a genetic Apex set. Let me know if you've played it. Have you done the VPN to be able to get it done, or are you waiting till the 31st? And hopefully we will get some more news on it as we wind up there in the next month. Peace.